So, let me tell you two things. Many people who thought you will never get to where they think you will be, many of them have no idea that you have passed that place for so long. There are people who their mindset is, this is where you will never get to. You will never be able to get to this place. You will never be able to reach this place. You will never be able to to succeed to this point. But what shocked them is that we have passed that place, bro. We are already ahead of that place. This is what I always tell people. Sometimes, when people are talking bad about you, when people are speaking all kinds of words against you, when people are hating you, when people are annoyed with you, you don't need to reciprocate. You don't need to hate them back. You don't need to be annoyed with them. You don't need to be angry with them. You don't need to be like, I hate you, I don't like you. You don't need it. You don't need it, bro. You just have to let them keep doing what they are doing. Because sometimes God uses people who dislike you, who don't like you. God always uses them to promote you to the other side. Look at it. Haman was an instrument of elevation for Esther. Haman never thought God was using him. Haman never believed God was using him until he got his own head knocked down. So sometimes you have to understand that criticism is not a cause. It's It's elevation. Elevation comes with criticism, hating, envy, gossiping, and plotting evil. So you have to understand as a chosen that when people are talking too much about you, hating you for whom you are, disliking everything about you, you don't need to have time to hate them back. You don't need to have time to reciprocate with their bad attitudes and bad influence. You know what I'm saying? When people don't love you, you don't need to do or to dislove them or to dislike them. You just have to focus on yourself, because it takes something special to bring out something unique. You know what I'm saying? So let them talk. You don't need to hate those who hate you. So you have to understand that there are people who thought you won't be able to get to this point, but not knowing that you have even gone ahead of where they thought you will never be able to go. You have already passed where they thought you will never be able to reach. You have already passed where they thought you will never be able to succeed to. So many people have concluded you, but right now, where you are is where they can't explain how you get to that place. Where you are today is something that some people cannot explain how you get to that point without them. How come you are able to go to reach where you are? And it's something that is absolutely shocking them. Trust me, you have no idea how shocked a lot of people around you are today. Why? Because where they thought you will never reach is where you have already passed for so long. Remain blessed.